Good morning, everyone. This is Spook, and we are live with Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo. We're kind of going back in time here. This released about 1993 or so, and I played it when it was relatively new. A friend of mine by the name of Todd introduced me to it, and I've talked about him on the channel before, and for his various qualities. He did have some good taste. For those who are somehow unaware, Shadowrun was a tabletop role-playing game that started in about 1989, and it borrowed liberally from Stephen Gibson's work, and as you can see here, it's also borrowing, if not outright stealing, the introduction to Blade Runner. The big twist it has, it's cyberpunk as hell, but it also, for some reason, it also has orcs and elves and magic spells. So it's unusual so far as the genre goes. So now, since I've played this, I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff that's definitely not blind run material. Um, so you're going to see me grab things and kind of do stuff more or less in order, but with a lot less time wasted than you would see in a normal kind of run. I also have a thing set up that has me with a shit ton of money at the very beginning, just to alleviate some of the grind that happens in this game. Because I want to make it something a little more watchable than you sometimes get with a playthrough like this. So, despite being dead, I walk. Now, there's an intro sequence where you see yourself get gunned down. Hello, ancillary character. Now, as you'll note, some of his text is written in bold, and that's important because that's a keyword. And you can ask people about those specific keywords. And sometimes they'll have more information about them. And when I see keyword, I mean that kind of literally because in addition to just being an important bit of text, it also functions as a key item might in another game, so your dialogue unlocks parts of the game as you go. For example, once you learn the hiring keyword, you can ask people about it and hire them to work with you. Now, there's not much skill you can add to the game. You pretty much pick a target, you shoot at it, and hopefully it dies. And as your firearms skill gets better, you hit more often. I mean, there is really not a lot to it. So there's really no improving at the game. It's very much a role-playing game. Now, of interest, during the opening cutscene where you see Jake here get gunned down, the dog comes out and saves him somehow. And that's because, as it turns out, Jake is awakening to being a shaman, and shaman all follow particular totems. And this is one of those things that's not always really explained. It's not like a dog or the god of dogs is simply the concept of dog. Speaking of which... Oops. Oh, I forgot how to get out of that. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to need this later. Again, the magic of a priori knowledge kicks in here. So, we're back from the dead. We don't entirely know what happens, though we did get shot at. So this guy has nothing interesting to say. And that is unfortunately the case with a lot of characters. You wind up kind of talking at... pardon me. You wind up kind of talking at them, and they unfortunately don't have anything of interest to say. Oh, you know what? Okay, I do have a slap patch. Those are an item used for just healing yourself in the game, and also kind of in the role-playing game. Although most people just rely on the party mage to do it for them. Oh, okay, guess not. Sorry, dude. Guess you're just gonna sit there and die. Oh. As we can see, the city of Seattle is just full of people waiting to murder you. Like this guy. I have no idea who he is, but the moment he saw me, he just started firing. So we get up here, and this is our character's apartment. Practically a coffin hotel, it's so small. Okay, now for the dorky-looking shades. These are important, if only because... Oh, I did not find a cred stick. Okay, I think I have to go back to the... Okay, yeah, I just had things out of order in my head. So anyway, cred stick gets kind of thrown around incorrectly in this game. In the game, it's a device that can be used to operate phones. And while that's true in the Shadowrun universe, you pick up money in this game as actual dropped bills, which are relatively rare. It's one of those flavor things that's like, okay, we did it a certain way. So she doesn't have anything useful for us at this time, but again, I just don't have the right keywords. Excuse me. Sorry, my throat is still generating mucus, and I don't enjoy it much. Okay, so I think this office... Yeah, this guy. Yeah, because he gives us the hiring keyword. And the negotiate keyword, you can actually learn quite a bit. Now, this guy's fairly useful. Since he sells you grenades, which are a nice early game tool to take out goons. Of which there's no shortage of. Oh, I have a thingy, don't I? Oh, and I never did read this. Armitage, that would be me, Jake Armitage. Courier run to Matrix Systems. That's a pretty generic name for a company, actually. Okay, this guy... I believe his entire purpose is to sell you an iced tea. There we go. So he's not going to tell you anything for a moment until... you give him some tea. Okay, so this gets us closer to things we need to know. Lone Star. Now, that's the local... That's basically Rent-A-Cops, except they've been legitimized in Seattle. And by the time, you know, current day Shadowrun, Metaplot, the company that's been hired for the Seattle contract is actually Knight Errant, a subsidiary of Ares Macro Technology. So the whole reason we learned about the Lone Star keyword... Okay, so I'm going to make myself look like a cop for a bit here. And I mean, I'm definitely dressed up like a cop, just in a trench coat that probably has bullet holes in it from when somebody attempted to murder me. One thing I'm going to do here... I'm going to talk to this big-looking orc here. All right. Okay, so the Jamaican will not talk to me at this point. A little too early in the game, I guess. I mean, at some point he stops using the phone, so... Now, is she going to know anything about Lone Star or Grinder? Or Shadowrunners? Okay, I probably should have a guide, just in case I run into a hole in my knowledge, because it does happen. So I'm going to revisit the morgue. Now that I've got shades on, they're not going to recognize me as the corpse that walked out 10 minutes ago. And since I have a Lone Star badge, they'll provide me some information that I need. Hey, buddy. Okay, so the cred stick, that's going to be important. And there's tickets to see Maria Mercurial. She actually has a an adventure titled after her. I have it on my shelf, in fact. It's one of the first edition ones when they were still not clear on the direction of the game in some parts. Like, there's an entire source book just on media in Shadowrun, and it's kind of fascinating, and it's almost never referred to again. So, first off, we're going to take a moment, take a little nap. I gotta say, that is the speediest save game I've ever seen. Alright, so we're going to break out the cred stick and use it on the phone. Oh. Okay, so at some point I'm supposed to get a number for a character named Glutman, and he's the guy who hired me to go on that run. Of course, Again, that's the magic of a priori knowledge. You know, I've got practically infinite money. I don't know why I'm checking corpses for... Anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Was there... Wastelands Club. Yeah, I don't remember which one that is. I'm just going to say, Hamfist is an awesome name. Oh. Well, did we get anything interesting? Glutman account, 1,000 yen, and a data file. Okay. Hold on. So Drake attempted to kill me. Now, did that give me the Glutman keyword? I'm assuming it did not. It didn't. Damn it. Okay, this room's just a dead end. Well, shit. I feel like I'm missing a key, just some key point in here, because to advance the game further, I have to be able to call Glutman. Yay, karma! Okay, so I think I just entered the wrong tomb. So of course there's a minor detail with ghouls that they're getting wrong here, and ghouls are basically just people who've been infected with a virus. Unfortunately, the virus makes it so that you have to eat human flesh to survive. Oh, there's the Indian. Or the shaman, sorry. Does this guy have anything else useful to say? Ah, okay. The magic fetish is useful. It's a key for later. Okay, so this seems like a place that would be worth grinding in, since these ghouls are worth probably about 4. Okay, we'll call it 3. If this next one gets it, it's 3. Oh, maybe it's only 2. Okay, that is also useful. Again, so there's a few spells you can get later in the game by summoning Dog and completing some quests for it. And they all require these specific unusual items. Okay, so maybe it's every 4 ghouls, so each one's worth 2. There's a the game awards you sub-karma points, for lack of a better term, that are done in, well, pieces of 8, I guess is the best way to put it. And every 8 of those you get is worth 1 karma. So it looks like ghouls are worth 2 each. Roughly. And, of course, this is half-remembered GameFAQs stuff from a decade ago. You know, the last time I actually played this. How am I doing on karma? 3? Okay. The big thing is I want to get my body increased, as well as my firearm skill. Those are going to be the kind of big ones here. Okay, this is frustrating because I thought I was supposed to have a voicemail from my character's girlfriend. Or at least some kind of information that would give me her number, and it would give me the Glutman keyword. So I'm going to double check my apartment because I must have missed something. I know that pretty much could be the the slogan for my channel, is I think I must have missed something. Oh wait, I can use karma while I'm here.